Okay, so today we're going to try and make a replica, not of an arm, but of his head.
My head. My gorgeous, lovely head, including my perfectly styled hair.
That's not going to work at all. We're not going to get your hair.
I have pretty great hair.
Yes. So what we're going to do is, I've kind of done this before on an arm. So we're going to wrap his head in some aluminum foil, and then we're going to wrap it in duct tape. And then we're going to cut it off his head and
They're just going to cut off my head. It's easier
stuff.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We never went to the moon. The aliens are coming.
Here we poked some nose holes in the foil so Keith can breathe, because it's kind of important.
That's just...
Okay.
Science, yes. The most important thing when duct taping with foil is just following the curves in a straight line. There's a strange lump right here. Just kind of.
Here we were trying to cut the cast off of Keith's head, but his hair kept getting pulled by the shears. We got smarter here and stuck a plastic piece in to push his hair down so it wouldn't pull it anymore, and that worked a lot better.
Almost. I'm hatching. I hatched. Those are so big. It's like an ore. Make sure you keep the Is it possible to keep the shell after you cast it? After you spray it? Because I want to make
Possibly.
Wait.
If
we spray it with cooking oil.
Yeah, it might work. It might also, like, totally not work.
It sticks. Great stuff is pretty sticky. I don't think you'll be able to get it out. So you're closing up the seam?
Yeah, I'm just closing up the seam. So then we will experiment and try to fill the head with great stuff and get a cast of Keith's head.
Cool.
Cannot be too many copies of this gorgeous visage.
We're spraying the oil in the head cast because we thought that it would maybe make the great stuff come out better.
So you think this is gonna work? It's like a vinaigrette. It's like a vinaigrette.
Yeah.
It's got some of your hair product, some of your hair.
And here we have our delicious maple leaf salad with an olive oil vinaigrette. See? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I can't believe you just ate that.
Delicious. Trying to save everything for the torrential downpour.
This is going to be a long process, guys. As of, it only goes like this.
It'll probably speed up after a while.
That's sad.
No, it's not going to speed up, Keith.
Do you have another can?
Nope.
Oops.
So
we can
these
still do
cans are not reusable. That is the reason. So we have a few problems. First of all, like, this is all covered. When I first took it out of the shell, it was nasty and sticky because stuff hadn't cured at all. So you can see, like, this cured after I took the duct tape and most of the foil off. And there were, like, little bits, like, oozing out of holes because I had to punch a bunch of holes in it and then put stuff in there. Because you can see on my head the holes, and I just had to punch them with the awl so that it would get air in and moisture, because this stuff cures with moisture. So this head is hollow. You can kind of hear it, but this didn't really work. You can see the two different types. This is window, like crack. This is window filler, great stuff. And this is crack and gap filler, I think. This is a different kind. So we oiled the aluminum foil beforehand, which you can see it's all stuck onto it right now. And that's because the foil gets bent around, and then the great stuff gets stuck between it. So oiling it, you don't need to oil it at all. Actually, I looked at the bottles later and it said it cures with moisture. So instead of spraying oil, you might want to spray water inside to seal it better and to cure it better. So yeah, this is kind of a fail, but it was a good test. Also, like, as soon as you peel off, you're not going to be able to use the duct tape again because it just gets ripped up, and the oil also destroyed the duct tape, the adhesive, and it was a slimy, nasty mess taking it off. So yeah. This one, my head worked a lot better. It still had a lot of problems though. My nose, I had to add a new piece of a nose on because I didn't want my nose completely covered since I'm claustrophobic. Then there's a huge dent here, which you can see, this big squishy part. There's a huge dent, and I filled that in with some foam because it was like someone took a baseball bat to his head, only it just dried weird. And then it was all bent and weird because pretty much it must have cured on its side. It must have fell over or leaned up like this when it cured. Another thing is we filled this with non-reusable great stuff. So we're gonna, when we make the third head actually, we're gonna just use this white stuff. I can't remember what it's called. But it's not reusable, but I used acetone to clean out the nozzle and the spray tube. But the other thing, the most important thing actually, is to do it in sections. So instead of filling up a whole big piece, like spraying lots in there at once, you want to start with just a little bit and then clean out the spray can and then let that cure. And then you spray in another little bit, but just do it in layers. Otherwise, it cures all at once, but the outside cures all at once, and then you get a hollow head, which, I don't know, but then it's not as strong, and then you can't really do as much with it, I think.